I don't know if anybody will ever listen to this, but I just need to get it out. When I started high school, I was so happy. I was filled with energy and I couldn't wait to start a whole new chapter in my life. But that quickly changed. I was different from other people. I was more feminine and I thought differently. I had anger issues and I could be easily angered quite easily. I said easily about twice, and people taunted me for this. I was sort of bullied relentlessly and it tore me down. I don't think people understood how this affected me. It slowly dragged me down and I had no friends. I suffered alone in darkness until I reached about halfway through S1 when I met a person, my very first friend. I'm going to change their names to protect their identity. I met a friend called Leah, and Leah introduced me to their friends, and I'm going to protect their identity and I'm not going to say their names. Leah's friends, we were very happy together. We went to the S1 playground and we went around and talking a lot. Leah was in quite a few of my classes and we normally sat next to each other and we kept talking during class and having a lot of fun. But this thing changed when I reached S2. When I reached about S2, I got Leah's number and I got their friend's number and he added me to a group chat on WhatsApp. There was two chats called Gingery and Gustonia. These chats sort of tore us apart. We started fighting of which group was best, even though I look back now and realised it was completely ridiculous. And we separated. This tore me down so relentlessly that I felt like I was in an ocean of I felt like I was in an ocean of emotions and regret. And every single time I tried to get to the surface, another wave just kept coming over me, pushing me further down. It was so bad that I started to suffer from chronic depression. When I reached S3, it started to get worse. I grew distant from Leah. She was only in my art class and we sit quite far apart, and this tore me down even harder and harder. And I felt like I was so sad and I didn't know what to do. I felt so miserable every single day, and every day it kept getting worse and worse and worse, and I didn't know what to do. I was so unbelievably depressed that I had massive anxiety attacks, and I didn't know what to do. But then I had a class called childcare, and I started to make some new friends. So I'm going to keep your identities a secret. When I met these three people in childcare, I was happy again, but not for very long. I tried to put a mask on to hide the fact that I was suffering for the benefits of my parents, my mum and my stepdad and my brother. I didn't want them to see how bad it really was. They knew that I had anxiety and I have anxiety attacks, but they don't have any idea how bad it really is. I suffer so much and I don't know what to do. And when I reached about halfway through S3, when it turns to Christmas time, A bit of light started to show, but it was very little and it faded very quickly. Everybody around me was so happy at Christmas time that it just shut me down. People say that bad words can't affect you if you don't let them, but it's also the same with good vibes and good words. If people tell me that you're doing a good job and you're really amazing at this, they just go in one ear and go out the other. And I try to smile and say thank you, but it's not effective whatsoever. It still tears me down and I just don't know what to do, and I'm just getting darker and darker. I feel like I'm walking up a staircase that the top keeps getting further away, and the massive metal ball attached to my ankle is getting bigger and heavier, and I'm just suffering. I felt this all the way through January to June, and as I thought it couldn't get any worse, one of my friends that I was really close to in childcare moved to England, and this tore me down. We all met up. We all met up in Edinburgh, Fort Kinnaird, to say goodbye. I tried to be happy and not burst into tears and have a mental breakdown. And I was so close at the end that I nearly crumbled. I was so close to freaking out and just dying. That's a bit severe, but still. And this may not be that important. It still doesn't affect me, doesn't affect anybody in any way, but I found out I had Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. This isn't really big news, which just explains some of my personality issues, but it just, the way that it got told to me, it hit me so severely, and I was shocked to hear this news. I'm now at the end of summer holidays and I am in S4 now. And I'm still suffering from chronic depression. I just don't know what to do.